Kirk Burrows was like, "Yo, man, I should have saw." He told me he should have saw this coming with Cassie.
Kirk Brothers resembled you, man. I ought to have saw. He let me know he ought to have saw this approaching with Cassie, and the manner in which he treated ladies when he slapped his mom Diddy has been uncovered for a wide range of frightful stuff as of late, while fans have been gunning for the rapper. To pay for his violations, they'd have additionally been pondering how everything veered off track for Diddy, and it seems as though the issue began almost immediately as per Gay and Bargain, the rapper's ex-G. Hardy and Diddy was lifting hands on his own mom. However, his mom, Janice Combs, disregarded the admonition signs, and this is the way Diddy wound up. How he is there any reality to these charges? What does Janice need to express? Invite back to VIP Circle, where we will discuss how Jean Bargain focused on Diddy putting his hands on his own mom. Yet before we give you the deets, try to leave a like and buy into our feed for additional recordings. It's been a hard year for Diddy. Cassie destroyed him by record ding a claim against him, uncovering in him for a really long time of misuse and viciousness. And that is not all. Diddy likewise obviously felt weak at the knees over male oddity offs. Now, no part of this is typical, and fans ended up pondering exactly why the rapper wound up this way. Well, it appears as though Diddy was like this from the very outset. Jean Bargain, the rapper's ex-protector, plunked down for a meeting with the Craft of Discourse and discussed how he advanced a few stunning insights about Diddy from the organization president Kirk Tunnels. Well, I addressed Kirk Tunnels and he let me know some brother. It's a few things that I had barely any insight into. Evidently, Kirk plunked down with Gene and said that he ought to have realized about Diddy abusing Cassie since he slapped his own mom. That's right. You heard that right. Diddy was lifting hands on his own mom and Kirk saw it go down. Now, this was news for Gene, and I was as he did what? And Kirk brother say definitely I sim. Ply considered on the grounds that what he was proceeding with the misfortune since he had seen Diddy cuss his mom, yet he had never seen her lift her hands on him. Now, Gene protested Diddy cussing out his mom too in his eyes. Diddy should not be conversing with his mom that way, so envision his shock when he figured out that the circumstance was way more awful than he envisioned when he cussed his mom out. And I think he was even that Kirk when he was getting in lemon. He cussed his mom out. He advised his mom to remain out his mofo business. And I let him know, man, you at any point converse with your mom. You recall what is happening. Really, the disclosure places a ton of things in context. Assuming Diddy was dealing with his own mom, appreciate that it's sort of nothing unexpected that he wound up abusing the ladies he dated too throughout the long term. Gene believes that somebody ought to have provided Diddy with a sample of his medication in those days, perhaps in the event that they did. Diddy could not have possibly wound up this way. Sadly, it's past the point where it is possible to make something happen. I said, Kirk, why you didn't let me know then that he cussed that he slapped his mom, cuz in the event that you have told me to sell his mom, I'd have beat ye out of him, Kurt. Now it seems like Janice could have allowed Diddy to go around doing anything he desired since his dad kicked the bucket when Diddy was just 2, that left Janice as a single parent. Kurt Lee between bringing up 2 children and putting food on the table. Janice had a ton to shuffle anyway. She figured out how to take care of business. She filled in as a model, and an educator's associate sounds great, right? The main issue is that there's no proof of Janice truly functioning as a model. That is what her Wikipedia could say, yet dig profound, and you'll see that there's nothing there. So what's going on here? Well, as per one hypothesis, Janice coordinated design shows and by style shows. What we truly mean is that she used to function as a trickster, offering off little kids to influential men. Her style vocation reached a conclusion when one of the underage young ladies under her was tried by one of her clients. Well, that is that fans feel that Diddy could have been presented to that way of life from the get-go, which is the reason he does likewise things today. We as a whole skill close Diddy is to his mother. He tries to say thanks to her during grant shows, and she was a single part in all things considered, so it seems as though Diddy would have gotten some things from her. What's more, Janice was supposedly fixated on making a music tycoon out of Diddy. Word on the road is that she maintained that Diddy should ascend the stepping stool utilizing whatever implies vital, regardless of whether it implied that he needed to offer a few courtesies to the men at the top. On the off chance that you don't have a clue, there was talk that Diddy wound up this way since he was mishandled by his coaches Andre Harold and Clive Davis. And presently, Diddy manhandles other youthful specialists in the business, ensuring that the pattern of misuse never stops, as a parent Janice was liable for ensuring Diddy was raised right, and that he was protected anyway. It seems like she had her eye on. The award, really, this is certainly not a first. There are incalculable accounts of guardians auctioning off their little youngsters in the business for the commitment of distinction and cash. And it seemed like Diddy has a comparative story. Her mom believed that him should become wildly successful in the business so she could partake in the brilliance of his prevalence. And that is the reason she didn't train him in any event. When he lifted his hands on her, truth be told, word on the road is that Janice supported this sort of conduct since she realized that Diddy would have been swimming with sharks and to get by in the wild. He should have been savage when you consider it sort of screwed up still. Diddy appears to be very near his mother, excessively close. As a matter of fact, in one video, you could actually see the two locking lips. All that's great, child, I'm here with you. Here, I love you music too. Exactly what sort of relationship do these two offer with each other? There is no defense for why a mother could at any point have to collaborate that way with her child. What's more, in one video, you can see Janet with white nails. Now, in the event that you recollect, Cassie referenced that Diddy prefers his ladies with white nails on the off chance that you pie together the whole picture. It doesn't look pretty, and assuming you believe that was terrible, Janice clearly goes with Diddy to strip clubs. Better believe it, that is the last thing a mother and child ought to do together. Really, the two appear to be joined at the hips. Rapper Mama, who recently worked under Diddy, went after Diddy and his mom. Too gracious. I did this discussion about he need Reese. Let's start with your mom. Your mom got the receipts. Everything is in your mom name. Fans feel that Diddy's relationship with her mother is out and out dreadful. It doesn't precisely radiate healthiness. One fan said Diddy's relationship with his mom is so odd and abnormal. His mom is acting like a sweetheart, kind to him. It's not ordinary. One fan said so fundamentally Diddy's mom was a lady, and he grew up watching ladies get sold and manhandled, so that is all he knows. And that is the way he will treat his ladies and his girls by day's end. There's not any justification for Diddy's activities. We can't fault him for the existence he was presented to as a kid, yet he's adult now. So he ought to realize better. What's more, he has 3 girls. Does he not think about what sort of model he's setting for them? Fans are certain his children approach the web and read all the stuff that individuals say regarding Diddy online. Really, subsequent to perusing all that, do they even have a solid sense of reassurance residing in a similar use? As Diddy fans can't say without a doubt in the event that Diddy treats his little girls well or not. One thing is without a doubt, the specialists need to investigate Diddy and perhaps drop by the Combs family to ensure everything is all together, and that is supportive of today. What is your take of the circumstance? Will Diddy pay for his activities? Let us in on your viewpoints in the remarks segment underneath. Try to leave a like and buy into our feed for additional recordings. We will see you next time with additional updates from the VIP world.